Hello there, it's me again on your favorite all-women relationship talk show, Sister Sister. Of course, on your favorite station, 97.3 City FM and City TV. It's another week and I'm totally excited to come your way once again because I get to talk about relationships and we get to hear some really good advice from my sisters. Now, remember, the show is brought to you by Vodafone. Together we can. Talia Rice, always coming home to love, and Anga, Mama's helping hand. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we delve right into the stories. I tell you how you can be part of the show. Plus, you get to meet the ladies on the panel tonight. Don't go anywhere. Well, hello there. Welcome back. All right. So there are various ways that you can reach us on the show tonight. As always, we have our WhatsApp number 054-998-6996. You can also send a quick email to jessica@cityfmonline.com. Or finally, like our Facebook page, send us a DM or just join in the really exciting, engaging conversations that happen on our wall every day. We'd love to hear from you. Look for Sister Live on Facebook and join our growing community. Tonight, I've been joined in studio by two lovely ladies, one joining us from Europe, all the way from Berlin. So Claudia, let me say hello to you first. How are you doing, sister?
I'm good.
Wow, you're looking bright and breezy.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, we are going to lift the lockdown, so we are getting there.
Yeah, because I heard I think it's been lifted in England, right? So like
I'm not quite sure, but the figures are improving. So I think from 31st, they are going to let us out, but we will only have to sit outside to eat. You can't go into the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then, so if nothing changes, then we'll have a life from May 31st. Yeah.
Oh boy, it sounds like such a long time, but I'm sure you're excited for any kind of freedom at this point.
Definitely.
Good to see you. Good to see you're doing well. And thanks for joining us on the show this week.
Pleasure.
Yes, we also have Dr. Jemima Nunu. She's actually in Gimpa, lecturer at Gimpa Business School. Big woman joining us tonight. Good to see you.
Hi, Jemima.
Hello. Good.
Do you know each other?
No. First time meeting, but still, it's a sisterly affair.
Absolutely.
It's a celebrity on Facebook.
Nice one there. Well, it's really good to see you, and thanks for making time to be here.
Being here already.
Can't wait to hear what you have to say. This should be fun. This should be fun. Great. Rosina, how you doing?
Great as always. Yeah. Happy to be here. Happy to see you look fabulous.
I know.
Everybody looks fabulous.
Except you went riding without me last weekend, so I'm mad.
Sorry.
I'm really
this weekend
about it.
Let's pick someplace and go.
Yeah.
Someplace really nice.
Ride far away.
Yeah.
Maybe we can go and do this thing. No? You know the one I'm talking about, the plata.
Yeah.
That's so much fun. Trust me. Like, you should totally ride as well. Claudia, you should ride too. But anyway, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. For now.
I'm not that great.
For now, we'll go right into our messages. This one says, "Good evening, sisters. So I met this guy at a rally last year. We started a relationship after realizing that we shared some common interests. He was moved to head the Takoradi branch of his company some months ago. I know he's very busy, thus we see each other once a month. He doesn't call regularly, and when I call, he's either in a meeting or says he would call back. But most of the time, he doesn't. Aside from that, he takes days to reply to my text messages. I kept complaining, and he never did anything about it, so I decided to end the relationship and move on without telling him. Fast forward. There's a gentleman who I've known for 4 years, and he runs his own company. He's been chasing me all these years, but I never bothered to give him the chance because I thought all he wanted was sex. We started talking, and I decided to give him a chance. Now, even though he's a busy person, he always makes time for me no matter what. He does a lot of lovely things for me, and I'm learning to love him and how he treats me. 2 weeks ago, my busy ex came apologizing for placing priority on his job over our relationship and wants me to give him a second chance. He now calls me frequently and is living up to his word. Thing is, I still love him, but I'm scared he will go back to his old ways. This new guy is also good, and so now I'm confused. I know I can't date both guys, but I don't know which one to let go. Ladies, I need some help here. All right, Jemima, since you're the newbie on the show, let's just jump right in it. Let me hear your thoughts on this.
Sometimes when God removes certain people from our lives and then we ourselves keep the door open and let them in, we cause trouble. Personally, I wouldn't be in a dilemma over this. I wouldn't. To me, it's not even an issue.
Right.
This, your ex, there was red flags all over. He clearly didn't see you as a priority. He didn't even see you as an option. You were just an afterthought. And, you know, when he felt he could be bothered, then when he decided he could be bothered, he would text or call you like he's doing you a favor. The gentleman has gone. You've got this man in your life that seemingly is good. It's going on well. And he comes back and you haven't, there's a dilemma. There's no dilemma, girl.
She
get
still
rid.
loves him. That's what she said.
You know what? Yeah? We need to train our hearts to have minds as well. And the mind, the way I see it, it's not an issue. Sister, run. Don't let him back. Don't think of even loving him. If the feelings switch on, switch them back off again. It's that simple. Because it is a disaster waiting to happen. And she knows it.
Right.
So.
Okay. All right. So definitely don't give him a second chance. That's for sure.
To me, it's very straightforward. I'm interested to hear what my fellow sisters think. But to me, it's a non-issue.
All right. Claudia, let me come on over to you. What do you think? Run? As Jemima saying?
I'm wondering why she thinks there's a choice to be made, because for me, if someone shows you how they are the first time, you believe them. And the fresh stages, in the honeymoon stages, you are the first person in his life, like he made you believe, he led you on, disrespected you, and then he comes back and you are willing to drop everything for him. Why? And sometimes I feel there are some evil spirits our family people send when you're about to catch happiness to come and destroy your happiness. Why would you even give this person a chance? He's proving to you that you are not a priority. Or probably he had someone and you were a second choice and that didn't work out. So he's coming back to test if you are still available, still untaken, and still a bit silly. And you are giving him the chance. I feel there's not a choice to be made here. You be with the one that you are sure about, the one who is showing you and is even speaking your love language. He's been there for you from day one. What other sign do you need? What other counsel do you need? He's showing you what you want. So why are you in doubt? And again, if you want to be risky or adventurous, Mr. Takoradi can be your plan B. And this one will be your plan A. I mean, women are allowed to have choices. So then you decide. After some time, you go like, okay, A has really proven it, so I'm going with A. But that means B is plan B, Mr. Takoradi is plan B, and then Accra is plan A. But I feel it's not even worth the effort. He's not worth it. He's really not worth it. That's my 2 cents here.
Rosina.
And again, love is a social construct. Love grows. If she decides to focus on Accra, she'll fall in love with him because he's doing all the right things that she wants. So this, I love him, it's all in her mind. It's not there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, I like your radical, perspective. Yeah, see plan A and plan B.
Let's see a plan B.
Rosie, what do you think?
Well, the ladies have said it. I mean, really, nobody can be too busy to spend time with somebody that means a lot to you. And the moment you are reaching out and the person is not responding, and the other person always reaching out, then clearly the person knows you're there, the person knows you're going to call, that he's probably so convinced that you love him so much. So he doesn't care what he does. He knows that you will still have feelings for him. So he decides to take you for granted. Like Claudia said, I think he has a girlfriend in Takoradi that is amusing him, and he probably has to get in touch with you when he's free. or when there's nobody around. So his phone is probably on perpetual silence, so that he can, like, the other lady cannot pick up, clues that there's some other lady in Accra waiting for him and all of that. And then I'm sure he least expected you to
walk away. So now you walk away. It's like, hey, Charlie, where is she going?
Wait,
but she said she didn't tell him.
Exactly. That's something that she didn't expect her to walk away. So you woke up one morning after like a month or two, probably even 6 months, and realized that, this girl is no more calling you. She's no more getting in touch, which means that, look at how long. It was so long a break that you could actually pay attention to somebody else and actually begin falling in love with somebody else. That's how long it took for you to stay away, for him to realize that, there's somebody I need to get in touch with. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, somebody like that wants to eat his cake and have it. Me, personally, I don't know what decision you want to make. And normally, love that grows usually ends up being more... usually ends up being stronger than that exciting, flirtatious kind of, because that excitement, sometimes you get so disappointed after things happen, then it actually, it comes, like, cools down, and the butterflies, But the ones that your brain went in first, and then your brain managed to train your heart to kind of like follow and fall deeply in love, you realize that when you wake up one morning and you have crossed it. You wouldn't even know how it happened. And usually those ones are more authentic. So I think that whatever makes you happy now, whatever makes you happy, stick to that. Don't even think about the other one. And trust me, your ex knows you very well. He knows, because I'm sure you were probably talking to him, you need to call me, and he'll be da-da-da. So he knows what makes you happy. So he can do a lot of things to put a temporary smile on your face because he knows you. Don't allow him to use what he knows to take advantage of your second time. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Coffee. Coffee. All right, cool. Let me be a little. Let me go off a little bit. I'm only doing this because I feel like I get the sense that she's settling for this other guy. I'm not saying go back to your ex. He's definitely a no-go area in my books. But I feel like she's just settling for this guy because she says she's learning to love him. Personally, for me, I can't do that whole learning to love thing. If there's no spark from the beginning, you don't have me, and I can't even pretend.
But love is a decision.
No. Yeah, no, I feel you. Not to throw that out the water, but I'm just saying that I feel like it's like this other guy who's been chasing her. He's been chasing her for 4 years. Why didn't she see him all this while?
Her mind wasn't there.
No.
Well, I mean, whether her mind wasn't there.
Hold on, she gave a reason.
No, it says he's been chasing me. I've never been bothered to give him a chance because I thought he just wanted sex.
So she had the right impression of
him. Exactly. And
perhaps. But she said she's learning to love him.
No, okay.
That's
so
because they started on the wrong foot. So she has to learn the bad.
No, you know what? And this guy works for himself, the new guy.
Yes.
And so you see, there are some women who are repelled by men who seem to have it all, like they have money, they have everything going for them. The question is that there are a lot of women who question. Why? Really? Does he think that he has...
I've not met any though.
No, they might use your money, they might, want to be around everything, they might enjoy everything that comes, but when it comes to deep down, they're wondering that because the person is probably richer, well-to-do, is he going to want to control me? Is he just wanting to have me and have a go at me, and then because he can afford it, so he'll just, do one or two things. So I'm sure that's the part that was like, and besides, at that time, she was trying to make her relationship with somebody else
work,
and she wasn't even looking there because she in her mind she already had a boyfriend, so she wasn't looking there. So I think that the boy, she just woke up one morning and realized that, look, this guy doesn't really like me, doesn't care about me, and there's this guy on the horizon. He's very good. My only thing is that I'm afraid that he probably just wants me for sex. Let me see if that's the motive. Now she's dating him for a while and she realizes that no, that guy doesn't have that kind of a motive. And on the contrary, maybe they have very good conversations and stuff like that. And that spark you're talking about, I think that you should be, okay, you shouldn't irritate me. You understand?
Right.
You shouldn't I shouldn't be.
I find you repulsive.
Yeah, I shouldn't find you repulsive, but I should be able to be comfortable in your presence. I should be able to admire one or two things about you.
Right.
I may have a few misgivings here and there.
Yeah.
And that's where the thing is about, you are now learning to love the person.
Yes. So back to what I was saying. For me, I mean, I hear everything she said, but that learning to love thing jumps out at me because she had no issues saying that she still loves her ex. That was clear, no doubt in her mind. Do you understand? I'm saying her ex is bad for her. That is established. But I'm saying, don't just settle for this new guy because you feel he's been there for 4 years, even though you may not be where you are, like in your head or in your heart or in your mind, as you've been with your ex. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying she shouldn't just settle for this new guy because he's the one that's there now.
Now hold on. Listen, if she stopped talking to the guy, she said she had broken up with the guy, but I just know.
I hadn't told him.
So hold on. When the guy came, why did you give the guy audience?
Thank you. There's something.
You see, my feelings. Yes, you see, and sometimes this happens when there's no closure. I'm sure a part of her wants to now have the upper hand and probably tell the guy that, look, I'm major. You understand? But it's very tricky and it's very risky because if you haven't you have not trained yourself to fall out of love with that particular guy, what it means is that you, like just said, you can never really move on to somebody else because you'll be liking the person on paper. Oh yeah, this guy is good, he's done this, so I'm loving, I'm learning. All it takes is for this guy to knock on your door.
That's all.
And then that's it. Everything is, you drop it quick, fast. But you'll be begging for your knickers to go down. So I think that, yes, like that's why I keep saying that, look, we should not play with old flame.
Yeah.
It will burn you.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay, especially when you've broken up for a long time and all of you understand and all of you have moved your separate ways. It's easier to like, oh, hi, hello, be civil with each other and all that. But as much as possible, don't play with your old flames.
And also get closure. I think the closure is not there. Yeah, the closure is not there. So it's like, okay, then this option. She left the door open.
Right.
And I mean, I know not everybody is like this, but I respond to people the way you respond to me. The fact is, the man has shown he does not care about you. He doesn't. Because no matter how busy he was.
Phone call?
Yeah, phone call or a text
message.
A text message, really. So I feel like it's almost like she was so into him.
Right.
Yeah.
And she was more into him than she was even herself.
Right.
Because she valued him more than she did her own self-esteem.
Exactly.
And he knew it.
Right.
And there was no closure because I think at the end of the day, I don't think she wanted the closure. Otherwise, as you said, when he came back and she welcomed him.
But is she going to get closure?
She can only initiate that.
Right.
He can't.
Because she hasn't officially broken up with him.
Yes, she's the only one.
Did you get it?
So she's lying to herself by saying she's broken up with him.
Well, she hasn't told him. What kind of breakup is
She
that
broke up in her
your
head.
You broke
No,
up
but
with
no,
a
even if
person.
I'm broken up in my head, no problem, no wahala. But when the person I'm broken up with comes,
Yes.
Close it.
Yes.
Hold on. So this 6 months, what were you expecting? Like, you wanted me to? No, I'm sorry, I've moved on.
Yes.
And she
didn't do that.
And even if I didn't have anybody at the time, I'll tell her, you know what, dude, I've moved on.
Yeah.
Simple.
Well,
Not everybody is that strong.
let's read.
I think that people need to start getting used to, gray areas, assumptions. People need to start letting people know where they stand as far as they are concerned and all of that. Because you see, living those gray areas where it's like, I don't like you, but you are still in the person's, I've broken up with you, but I'm still giving you audience. Like, people need to start knowing what they want and actually positioning themselves like they know what they want.
Yeah. Let me bring in some comments. So Sika says, great experience so far. Our only advice that you analyze how you feel for both of them and apply some common sense in picking the one that tickles your fancy and you would love to settle down with. Ifya says, women, pa, you've gotten what you want and you're still confused. Well, if you're ready to experiment with your heart, accept Mr. Busy back. Why? Yeah. Ball says you're wasting your time. You know what to do, or you know what you want. You want the guy who will go back to ignoring you once he has totally had you back. Guy 2 sounds like a more genuine one. So the ball is in your court. James says, at least you know your worth, or the worth of your ex. But the new guy is still in his campaign season and will do anything to win you and can change completely just like your ex. There's no bad decision here. Just follow your heart, but prepare for whatever comes out of it. Mame says, confused madam. Please stay with the new guy. Why? Learn to appreciate this new guy. Your ex came back because his relationship didn't work, and he knows very well that you love him, so he's back to use you until he gets another woman. Forget about your ex, period. Okonkwo says, to send him a message and he takes days to reply. You call and he's either in a meeting or says he'll call back, but most of the time he doesn't. Does he work for NASA? Your ex had a girlfriend somewhere else. It wasn't his job keeping that made him busy. The moment your ex's girlfriend broke his heart, he came back looking for you. You are his backup plan. When a man truly loves a woman, he creates time for her. Move on with your life. Stick to the guy that you're currently with. Common sense isn't common. And finally, Alex says, pray and let the Lord lead you to the right man. Who knows? Neither could pass, but pray without putting any of them in mind. Let God do the choosing for you. Be careful before you mess up. We'll go for a quick commercial break. Claudia, your laughter is distracting me. Like, what's making you laugh? What's funny?
They pray to God, you know.
Oh, prayer works. You see, so yeah, we'll go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, more of your messages. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Remember, your comments are welcome on 054-998-6996. You can send an email to jessica@cityfmonline.com. If you have a story, you have a situation you're going through that you would like the show to address, okay? Great. We'll go into our next message. It says, hi, sisters. I've been married for 3 years, and I think my husband is either gay or bisexual. I can't really tell because he sleeps with men frequently. Let me state that I have nothing against the LGBT community, but this is not what I signed up for. Yes, I was desperate to find a man, bearing in mind that I had a child from a previous relationship where the biological father had denied responsibility, but this has been so hard on me. To make it worse, he told me he likes being the woman. To me, it sounded disgusting. Again, no offense to the LGBT community. Not once during our courtship days did he ask to have sex with me, and I thought that was cute, but I should have seen it coming. During the early days of our marriage, we had sex like once a week, but last year it was only once in a whole year. And that's when I told him I'd decided to move on. He tells me if it's sex I want, I can have a lover outside because he doesn't mind. But I'm not comfortable with that kind of arrangement either. I found out about his other side after he got sick, and I had to use the banking app on his phone to execute a transaction. His gallery was filled with several pictures of nude men. People say a lot about marriage, but this seems unfixable. I can't leave, and I've got no clue how to move on. Furthermore, I'm just a housewife. It appears some people were never born to be happy. Please help me. Claudia, coming to you.
This is a tough one. I mean, I had made my mind up earlier on until she said, I can't leave. Why can't she leave? Is it for economic reasons?
Yes, it sounds like.
Sounds like it.
Yes,
Because she said she's just a housewife.
But wasn't she eating and sleeping and surviving before she met this man?
Yeah.
Because unless they have kids, then you say, okay, you have additional mouths to feed.
Yeah, they have
But
a
if
child.
you are the only one, how are you surviving before
She
you
has a
met this
child.
man? Why do we sometimes think that if we leave a person, we are just going to die? You see, she's not really thinking outside the box. She's just looking at this man that she's built her life around, who is not giving her any fulfilling life. And it's not really thinking, if she picks her bag to leave now, is she saying she'll be homeless? She'll go hungry? Or she'll be suicidal? Because marriage is for reasons. It's for love. It's for companionship. It's for commitment, security, to have kids. She didn't mention that they have kids or they were trying to have kids.
They have a child. She has a child, actually.
She has a child.
She had it before she met the guy.
But
So she was obviously surviving somehow with one child.
Yeah.
So what is complicated now? Maybe I'm missing a piece of the puzzle. But this man is not giving you love. He's not being honest. He's sleeping with other people behind your back. And for me, it's not even the sexuality. It's the act of infidelity. So unless we've agreed to be non-monogamous, to be open, if you decide to go and cheat on me, it's a deal breaker in marriage. Unless she's saying if he was cheating with women, should have stayed. But for me, I'm looking at it from the behavior that he's put up. This is a dishonest person. He wasn't honest about who he was sleeping with. He's keeping pictures of his adventures on his phone. He doesn't even care that you might even see it. So that's even disrespectful. And again, I repeat, is she upset because it's men or because of the acts? Because for me, she has to move on. There's nothing left in this marriage. You are not getting the love, maybe because of money, but then she needs to think and search within her network. How was she surviving before this man came into the picture? Once she survives, she moves on. She should choose herself and her happiness. You are put on earth to enjoy life. Choose happiness. This man is not making you happy. If you stay with him for 20 years, you are never going to be a priority. So you have to choose yourself and move on with your child, because your child lives in this home without happiness. It affects the kids. Sometimes we assume or we are putting up appearances to keep the kids happy, but they are not that stupid. They feel the tension. They feel the quietness. They feel their stepfather is always gone. Their mom is always moody. It has an influence on the child. So I believe she should go. She would survive. People have moved on from worse experiences and built their lives from ground up. She just has to decide to put herself first, choose herself, and tell herself she can make it. There are people out there who would support her. But once she decides there are no options, she'll just sit there in her pity party for the rest of her life. He won't come back for you. So she needs to decide now and move on. The earlier, the better. It won't be easy. And I'm not downplaying the hardships that she's going to face, because she's been in this bubble, this security zone for a very long time. Now she has to be on her own, probably get her own apartment and find a job. I don't even know her skill set. But staying in that marriage is not the answer for me. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Rosie, let me bring you let me bring it to you.
It's not easy, but first and foremost, I think that she came from a place of she was just willing to have any man, because she felt like being or having a child out of wedlock or having one child as a baggage, quote unquote, she felt she wasn't marketable enough. So she just settled for anything and everything. And this guy too, he's not bio, he's gay. Yeah. And I think that he also found a desperate woman who wanted to settle, and a woman who already has a child. So it's not an issue about, oh, I want a child, I want a child, I want a child. He's probably not interested in having kids or anything. So she fits the bill for him. So nobody can go accusing the woman that you are barren or you can't have babies. So that's sorted, because so if anything at all, he is the one going to be blamed for not popping babies out of the wife. And he's okay, because it's not really his thing. So this is just a phase for him. I'm imagining how I can be in the same house with a man, call him my husband, the whole year once. I'll be a walking mental case. I'm telling you. Yeah. I mean, I imagine I was with my husband and we have only once for a year. For a whole year. I was like once. And that's once that I can't pay for it. No. This one, you can't say it anywhere.
It's not normal.
It's not normal. I'll be a walking. Look at my Rosie, how are you? I'm fine. Because I'm upset. My inside is upset. I don't have any happy thing. It's crazy. Yeah. And you see, it's torture in itself. You're a woman looking for attention from your man, you're not getting it. Looking for the physical fulfillment from a man, you're not getting it. Intimacy, you're not getting it. And you are telling yourself that I can't leave. See, madam, you've decided to leave today. It doesn't mean you should leave today. I don't know why women cannot have a game plan towards their exit, like an exit strategy. So you're a housewife, no wahala. Start thinking out of the box, something you can do to earn money. Start asking him for some chop money or some block money every month for maintenance, because once he knows that he can't fulfill, I mean, he can't, you know, fend for you as a wife, trust me, I'm sure he'll be willing to compensate you appropriately. Now, that compensation he's willing to compensate you can go into savings, can go into looking for some other business venture, something you can do whilst you're at home and all of that. And the next thing you know, you have something at least that can feed you, your child, and pay rent for where you have to go. But this issue where as soon as you realize you have to head out, then you are walking out. No. Sometimes you have to plan the exit very well. Because I'm sure when you were marrying him, you were actually in love with him. Like you said, oh, I won't touch you. You feel like, look, some guy disrespected you and had a baby with you and didn't even want to accept it.
That's it.
So you meet a man who says, I wouldn't touch you. It's like, oh my God, this is God's sent.
Yeah.
This is a man who doesn't want to take advantage of me. So you probably feel so deeply in love with him. You feel this is a man that respects me, for who I am. Only for you to know that, Charlie, you were just an excuse. So that people don't talk too much about him. You are gay. I'm not gay. I have a wife. You understand? So I think that you need to, it's a process. You need to unlove him. You understand? You need to unlove him. And it's good that he's not touching you every time, because I don't think that you want somebody who is sleeping with men to be coming and be having a go at you too, because then it means that when it comes to diseases and stuff like that, you guys are just, you know, moving it all around. So if he says he won't sleep with you for a year, you've been able to survive the 1 year, project. I think that it wouldn't hurt to go another 1 year project. And within that time, build yourself up. And when you're concentrated on building yourself up, most likely you might not even feel like a whole year has passed without him touching you. Then when you feel that you're ready, or you're somewhat ready, all you need is just a little bit of hope. Then you step out, because your sanity is very important. Being at home, look, even knowing that your husband even is attracted to you and wants you. When your husband starts staying in town too much, or spending time with other people too much, see the way you're even feeling some way. Then this one, look, the torture, the men, I'm trying to imagine her thought process. So when you see your husband with other men, you are thinking, is he one of them? Is he one of them? Yeah. And he's a woman too. Yeah.
And even with you, he says he wants to be the woman.
So they collect him. No, wow. See, this is serious. Yeah. I mean, I think that this is a lot of mental torture. It's nothing against the community, like she said. It's a matter of what you signed up for. If there are couples who are okay with arrangements like that, that's them. They are okay. But this marriage was based on, it was founded on a lot of lies and deceit. The man didn't come clean with her about what he really wants. I mean, the man could have told her that maybe probably I'm even bi, you understand? And let her come to terms with it, so that at least she has an idea. But this keeping her on the blind side and then surprising her with this and, you know, and all of that, I mean, it's a bit too much for her to handle. I don't think it's a marriage that's for the long term, but I think that she shouldn't make rash decisions and just step out. She should plan her exit properly.
Right. Jemima, what do you think?
When I read it, I thought, wow, 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 wow. The technical term is that she was a beard.
Right.
She was his beard. And she didn't know she was a beard. So basically, she went into this is not a marriage, it's a non-marriage, really, because it was based on an entirely false premise. And I mean, given the kind of society that we're in, obviously, the man thought that, or knew that, he could not come out and be openly gay. So he needed a beard in the form of a woman who would be almost grateful, because I see almost a gratitude in what she's saying, that, oh, you know, I had a child from a previous relationship and the gentleman ignored me, but I found this man, almost like, you know, wow, this was him. Yes, he picked me of all the people. And, you know, this is a bit of a side issue, but the way in which we see single mothers as well needs to be changed. Because you having a child, whether it was outside of wedlock, inside of wedlock, whatever, having a child and you're now single does not devalue you. It doesn't.
At all.
But as a society, that's how we think. So she thought, oh, I've got one stain, I'm a born one. So anybody that would, have pity on me and that would come, then, I'm just going to entertain them like that. And this gentleman, to you, as you said, you were also a convenience for him, because he didn't want somebody who's going to disturb him with children, wanted somebody who would be grateful, which you clearly were. And maybe you gave the impression that you were, so willing or desperate for marriage that, you'd kind of tolerate everything, because I believe, honestly, there are signs before that we don't want to admit, but, when we want something so bad, I think there's usually signs before, and maybe she didn't want to really, she wanted to think, I just want the ring, I want to be called Mrs. Some, I want to be there,
Probably even to prove a point to the guy who
waving
didn't
to
marry.
everybody saying, I'm also Mrs. and put the ink in the Mrs. Maybe that's what she wanted. And, unfortunately, it's ended up like that. Another thing that struck me was when she said she cannot leave. She
has no clue how
she
to
can
move on,
leave.
she says, yeah.
Yes, because I think it's economic.
Right,
I think it's
definitely.
purely economic. But now in the days of these are smartphones, and you can do so many things, build yourself up. If I know people that are doing online retail from the home, they're doing different forms of cooking, craft.
You can even shop for people. You can even shop for people and charge them for delivery.
Different things. So it's a case of, maybe you've become accustomed to a certain life, but it's not a life that you're incapable of making for yourself.
Right.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's sometimes a grafting is difficult, but believe me, rather than being in a completely loveless marriage, I say it's loveless because the gentleman said, if you want a lover, then you go ahead and satisfy yourself. As in, the man is not even
he's not interested.
He's not interested. So basically, you've suffered for one whole year.
No, more than that, too.
They've been married 3 years.
No, I mean with the once a year, the annual ritual. Annual ritual. You've suffered one whole year. The gentleman is unapologetic about it. And he is not only is he unapologetic, he actually doesn't care about you at all. That, if you want to go and find somebody on the side, hey, I would find that disrespectful, painful. Imagine your husband telling you, okay, if you said, you know what, it's only been a year. It's been a year since we got together. Come on. If that bothers you, you find somebody somewhere outside. I mean, come on. So I think on every level, the man has shown you that as for you, a big cross mark. He has what he wants. Let him go for what he wants.
Right.
You start your business, do something. Because you've not only got to look after yourself, you've got to look after your child. And I think she will be fine. Also as well, I think psychologically, she might need some form of counseling or therapy or something, because I think she's in a state where she herself feels devalued. She felt devalued before marrying this gentleman.
But now she's gone further down.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it can these things lead to depression, which, many people go through. So I think she needs to think of her sanity and think of her son and herself, because.
Okay, so hold on. So her first man in her life took advantage of her, had a baby with her, and says, "I'm not the father." And the second man in her life says, "Me, I won't touch you. I've married you, but I don't feel like touching you. Can go and Charlie, why? It's like two and two.
Yeah, that's why she's saying it appears some people were never born to be happy.
Yeah, so it's a psychological state to be in, and all I'll say is that's why, you see. But the thing is, sometimes you can never really know how long dating or how long a period of dating is enough. To get to know
someone.
Because when it comes to loving, some people are falling in love with each other for 2 weeks and it's worked.
Yes.
Their marriage is happy. Some two have been dating for 10 years before they got married, and they are in all manner of, So I think that, but it's important that, not only do we date, but we really look at some of these red flags with an objective eye. Because when you look at these red flags with a loving eye, then it becomes an excuse. So I'm sure the whole time she was doing all the guys, he was like, oh, hey, maybe not per boys, pal. He's always doing boys. But trust me, the boys doesn't end at just grabbing a beer and, you know, having a beer. It goes way beyond that. But you probably didn't want to think about it. It's like, oh, he's just doing boy. Hey, my boy, he doesn't like women. No, he doesn't like women. He's so chaste. He's so...
Plus, you're thinking you're born one. So
yeah, you're thinking about one. So you're not even looking out for the red flags. Your thing is a man who is willing to accept me and my husband, me and my son as, you know, his own, who is willing to, you know, accept me in front of everybody else and call me Mrs. I can get to wear the ring and, you know, flash it all over the place, especially in this day and age where people think that once you wear a ring, you have arrived.
They have self-esteem issues.
You're right. So I think that already she had self-esteem issues, and the fact that, look, as a woman, see, if you're a woman and a man that you love does not desire you, I don't know how much it would break you. It would break you. So when I'm home naked, crash say, "Oh, who she?" Hey, like, so you go and buy lingerie, no see anything. Slow down.
Really tough place to be.
Yeah, it is. But you can leave.
Yeah, to be honest, I feel for this lady, and I kind of understand her immediate, should I say, exasperation, for want of a better word, feeling helpless, like, you know, I'm a housewife, I have nothing to do, but the ladies have spelled it out clearly. Maybe immediately you feel like you can't leave, but put that strategy in place and start working your way out of that relationship or that marriage. It's not a marriage. You have nothing there. The guy's made it clear that he does not want you. He's even suggested you should find someone else. That is not a way to live. And definitely you deserve happiness, and you can find happiness. I believe that strongly. So don't settle for less. This guy is up to no good, and he's just going to let you die before your time if you stay. Okay? All right, we'll go for a quick break. It's Sister Sister on City TV and City FM. We'll be right back.
City TV is live on DSTV. Go to channel 363. On GoTV, access City TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access City TV on your television. City TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and StarTimes box. City TV, it's your world.
Welcome back, Sister Sister on City TV and City FM. Yes, we're also live across sub-Saharan Africa on DSTV channel 363. You can catch us on GoTV channel 182 as well. So remember, well, your comments are welcome. 054-998-6996. A message here says, my name is Kay, and I believe I will get some good advice here. I don't believe that Mother's Day celebration should apply to every lady, especially young ladies who do not or have not given birth before. My girlfriend doesn't seem to understand me and gets angry each time I speak up about it. I've explained to her that mothers are those who have either given birth or nurtured a child due to adoption or through parenting. Each year, I call her mother to wish her, but she seems not to be okay with that. The issue comes up each year, and this year I didn't want to wish her a happy Mother's Day, and she's pretty upset with me. Am I right with my stance or not? Please advise. Jemima.
Okay, so I'll give it just a quick background. Before I lived in Ghana, I lived in the UK, and that's how it was. Mother's Day was strictly for mothers, and it was just for mothers, basically. And so when I came to Ghana, and everybody's like, Happy Mother's Day, wishing me Mother's Day, I used to find it very, very odd because I'm not a mother, I don't have kids, you know, And so I understand where the gentleman is coming from. But I think there's another aspect to it as well. And I think also there's two things. If you see that there's something your partner loves and your partner enjoys and your partner is in tune, I think you know, go with it. You know,
keep talking.
Go with it. Just you know, it doesn't take from you as such. You know, and you know, I think for me, if my partner was into, I don't know, Father's Day, yeah, and it's not a big deal for me, maybe because of my history with it or whatever, the fact that my partner was so into it, you know, it's not offensive to me. It doesn't take anything from me. So I personally think, Kay, you may only restrict it to people who have biologically given birth or people who have adopted, etc. But please, if your girlfriend, you try and love what she loves. So just be like, okay, Mother's Day, for this I'll, you know, send her out or I'll give her a gift or something. It's really not the end of the world. So that's what I think.
Yeah, really. Rosina.
She was talking. She shouldn't have stopped. She continued. See, you see, I have a problem. You see, when it comes to relationships and stuff like these are the red flags. A man who has a stance. And this stance is not a stand that is a very big thing. It's like you said, I mean, opening your mouth. It doesn't even have to come with a gift, trust me. Just a text message, oh, happy Mother's Day or something. Now, it doesn't take anything away from you. It's something that I think that you can easily compromise on because guess what? If you're really serious about her, one day you're probably going to get married. Maybe she's actually going to be the mother of your children. Then at least you'd have known how to wish her Mother's Day. You'd have had enough practice to wish her properly when she finally becomes the mother of your children. It doesn't take anything away from you. So if at this stage he can have a hard stand on stance on something that will not take anything away from him, is clearly a red flag. So this is somebody who may not be perturbed by how to treat you right. All that matters is what I believe in, what I know, and what I want, and that's it. These are my ideologies, and take it or leave it. And once you start a relationship, a serious relationship or marriage for that matter, on that note, you realize that a lot of things begin to happen. And you realize that you as a lady, today is Mother's Day. The next day is going to be about your birthday. You know, Val's Day. Okay, Valentine's for people who are not married. Right? Naturally, you are worried. We are thinking about serious. What kind of Val's Day? Then you are morose. Everybody has a love language. So if this is my love language,
Appreciate it.
This love language is not emptying your pocket too. Just open your mouth and say Happy Mother's Day. How easy can a love language get? How easy? So you see, people, I don't know why. Look, there are very little things people can do to get the best out of their marriages. Very, very, very little things. The way you talk to each other, putting yourself in each other's shoes, just trying a little bit to make your other partner happy. And sometimes you think that you're making the other partner happy, but guess what? You wish a happy Mother's Day. Trust me, that day, the food you eat will be different.
The food you eat in the kitchen and in the...
all the food, all the eatables, whether perishable or non-perishable.
Extra spice.
Everything will be different because you see, you have made her happy. And in turn, you are the benefactor of that happiness.
Yeah.
That little seed of happiness that you have sown in the woman, you end up reaping it. So if whatever would make your partner happy, it's not something that would break your back. It's not something that goes against, seriously. I don't see why you can't just open your mouth and say it. For me personally, I don't care when you don't wish me anything, but my birthday, please don't make that mistake. This year is a Sunday. I know the day it falls on, it's like, and my birthday is like that because for me, I feel that's the only day that I get to share with just a few people. So you wish me happy birthday means a lot to me. Val's Day, everybody, it's okay, I don't mind. But my birthday, that is me. You understand? So if it's my birthday and you decide not to wish me happy birthday, you eat at home again.
Quick question. Has your husband ever forgotten?
No. On the contrary. On the contrary. No, I make it impossible for you to forget. 1st of October, I start doing day 1 of 24.
Oh, is that what that on Facebook?
Yeah,
I've always wondered. I see that every year.
Every year, I do day 1 of 24, day 2 of 24, day 3 of 24, and I put some little something there. So if it's 24 of 24, you forgotten 24 of 24? Really?
I swear to you, I did not know that was a countdown to your birthday.
It's always a countdown to my birthday, always. So even if you forgot you'll be remembered.
Wow.
That is my thing. Yeah. You understand?
My birthday is the day after Valentine's Day, and it is separate. Valentine's Day is separate from my birthday.
It is separate. It is separate. Even if it was the same day, they're separate events.
Wow, women.
You understand? And we all have our love languages, and trust me, these things are very, very. They're not. Yeah, they don't take much out of you. I mean, so I think that it's not a deal breaker. Just go ahead and wish you happy Mother's Day.
Claudia, speak to me.
I think the sisters have said it all. Yeah. This is a man who is not willing to make any compromise. Like, will you die when you say it? Will you die? Just say, just wish me Mother's Day.
It's not me saying, tell me I love you.
And this is my love language. And because of this issue, you've taken the phone and you've written and you're looking for advice. I don't think he loves that girl. If you love a woman, you are willing to please her. I mean, move heaven and earth. People are buying Benz and houses. Should they ask for that? Just wish me Mother's Day, Keke. You want me to beg you and have a party? Young man, every Mother's Day, buy her a gift, buy her flowers, and wish her Mother's Day. That's the only advice that you need.
That's all. Claudia. No, Claudia has ended the show. Rambo style. No, seriously.
Did you want to see her?
Yeah, she didn't come to play, cry.
Oh, okay.
I like it. No, I mean,
like that?
Yes. You've hit the nail right on the head. Just do what
I feel for his girlfriend wants. Even.
Yeah.
I really do.
This is just wishing happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So imagine she wants to change. Hold on. So imagine. Okay. Imagine he said, "Oh, babes, I need to go buy underwear." You're like,
hey,
the one you're wearing, have I complained? I don't like.
Charlie. It's a difficult thing. Anyway,
my people say it's a center.
We'll end the show here. It's been absolutely amazing. Jemima, I've loved your company. Rosina, as always. Claudia, lots of love coming to you. From Ghana to Berlin, and hopefully your lockdown happens soon. I mean, your reopening, yes, happens soon.
Yeah, letting us out.
There you go. So that's exciting. Also, a big thank you to you who watches us every single week and listens to us on radio as well. We really appreciate your audience. Without you, the show becomes boring, you see. And I love the messages you send, so keep them coming through. Remember, if you'd like to send any question to the ladies on the show, just send a quick email to jessica@cityfmonline.com. Let me say a big thank you to Talia Rice, always coming home to love delicious rice. Yeah, really nice rice. You should check it out if you haven't. Also, of course, to Vodafone, Together We Can, and they keep us powered every single time. Plus Onga, Mama's helping hand. My name is Jessica. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.